Shalom. We continue in the series of the 25 basic principles of Jewish child rearing. So we are up to principle number 11. Talk, talk, talk. One of the most important vehicles of a child's growth is his ability to talk and to listen. And this is largely the role of the parents. Children going to school are not always in a situation where there's 25, 30 little children competing for the attention of the teacher. There's some children who never speak at school. There's some children who just will never ever pluck up the courage to put up their hands to talk. Children have all the time tremendous amount of feelings within them. These feelings, as they go through their life's process of learning, they're absorbing, they're internalizing, and they need to express these things. Children need to talk. Children need to listen. It's no good for a parent if he, in our busy lives, sometimes if a person is blessed with many children, it just doesn't work if the child doesn't have this opportunity. He doesn't have his time where he can talk, where he can be talked to, talk and communicate. You know, the typical scenario is of a child at home waiting, the whole household's been waiting for the father to come home at the end of the day, and the father arrives and he walks up and he greets everybody. And in the greeting, he almost talks for them. He says to the child, "So, everything okay? School was good? You played nicely? You worked well?" The father has talked. He hasn't let the child talk. We need to give the children the opportunity to express their feelings. They need to communicate these feelings. They have very deep feelings, and they need to be articulated. And sometimes children, as their language skills are not yet fully sophisticated or developed, children sometimes find it difficult to talk. So when they're intimidated, they'd rather just keep quiet. Hopefully the relationship with parents is such that even if it's inarticulate, a child can talk, a child can cry sometimes, a child sometimes needs a shoulder, as we've said before. And it's imperative for every parent to remember this all the time. Children go through some pretty tough situations during the day. Tough social situations. They're sometimes ranked out, they sometimes are rebuked, they sometimes are insulted, they sometimes are hurt physically, hurt emotionally, and all of this stores up inside. Where are they going to give vent to this? It's embarrassing for a child sometimes to give vent to his feelings in front of others in public. Let the child talk at home. A parent, mother, father, each one in their own circumstance, give the child opportunities to talk. Let him express his feelings, even if they're said in a very, very unsophisticated, simple manner. Let him express the feelings. Sometimes he needs a long time to talk. Sometimes during the course of the day, many things store up. And as he goes to bed at night, it's a very quality time for parents, for mother, father, to be by the child when the child goes to sleep. Let him start musing on his day's events. These are very important. Sometimes he'll muse and he'll talk about joyous, happier things. Sometimes he'll actually bring up some very painful things. Sometimes parents will discover all sorts of things about their children. Give them the opportunity to speak. Let them speak it out. Let them cry it out if necessary, but let them give vent to their feelings. Let them articulate their feelings. And as parents and children talk and communicate, so their bond increases, their bond develops, and as the child becomes more articulate and the child is capable of more sophisticated thinking and more sophisticated thoughts and ideas, so he'll share with his parents. It's a fantastic opportunity for closeness and for developing of a bond when we allow our children to talk. Let the little baby, the little toddler who can barely say a few words, says those words, but give him respect. Yes, we take you seriously. We want to hear what you've got to say. Not to be short with them, and certainly not to laugh at their difficulties of expression. And sometimes children come out with which appear to be very cute mistakes. and everyone howls with laughter, the child can be very, very insulted by this. So be very careful. Let them give them the platform they need to talk. And this bond of communication that's created between parents and children, it will develop into a bond of trust. It will develop through the years, and the child will rely on the parents for support. Sometimes children will encounter sinister things. Sometimes they'll encounter dangerous things. They'll encounter dangerous and sinister relationships that if they go underground and they're not talking, it's a very dangerous situation. Let them come home and discuss issues. Let that teenager who's wrestling with so many different challenges on so many different fronts, let that teenager be able to come back and talk it out with dad, talk it out with mom. So important, because so many things can be helped. We can help them, we can guide them, we can steer them, but we've got to create this bond through talking. Talk and communicate. It's an absolute vital tool that we need to employ with our children.